Okay, the way that this chase the player function is going to work, it's going to check if the player is to the left, then the enemy will turn to the left and chase to the left. But if the player is to the right, then it will turn and chase to the right. So we need some if blocks to check that condition. So we'll go to control flow, and grab if do. And first we'll check if the player is to the left of the enemy. So we'll go to operators and grab an equals block and change that to less than. And we'll check if the x position of the player is less than the x position of myself. So transform x position of myself, we can duplicate that, and this one here, we want this to be the x position of the player. So we'll throw myself into the trash there, and we're going to use a variable to keep track of the player. So we'll go to variables, and we will click create variable, and let's call this player, and its type will be instance, which is an object in the game. Instance, okay, good. Then we can grab instance player from our variables and drag that into our x position block. Now this won't work yet because we need to say who the player is. The game doesn't know who the player is. So we'll go to variables and we'll grab set instance player 2, put that inside when the level starts. So as soon as the level starts, the enemy will figure out who the player is. The way that it can do that is based on the tag on the player. So we'll go to sensing and we'll grab first instance by tag name, pop that in there and type in player. Okay, now if the player is to the left of the enemy, if the x position is less than my position, we want to run to the left. So we're going to copy one of these velocity blocks, set velocity x, we'll duplicate that. Let's make them run a little bit faster, so when they're chasing they go a bit faster, -150. And we also want that set scale x block to flip to the left. Now that'll make the enemy chase to the left. What about to the right though? So let's edit this if block. If we click on the cog there and drag out else if, and we can click that icon again to close that, and let's duplicate this less than block. So if the x position of the player is greater than, the x position of myself will run to the right. So let's duplicate that set velocity x block. Let's make that 150. And scale x, let's duplicate that and make that 1. So those are positive, so they'll go to the right. Let's test that out now. And we can see the enemy will just keep chasing the player no matter what. Now the next problem to solve is to get this enemy to jump over obstacles.